Scotch and soda.
Sorry, I can't smoke it.
Right. Forgive me if I'm being a little forward here, but your name is Sydney, right?
We met. I'm sure I remember a face as memorable as yours.
You're too kind, but no, you see, you were helping out a friend of mine, and she told me you'd be here, so...
I help out a lot of birds. It all depends on the problem, which is...
My husband is cheating on me.
Sounds like you don't need me after all, and I can get back to my regular schedule.
Not so fast here, you see. I'm not entirely sure. I really need you to look into it for me. Tell me what you find.
Okay. I'm gonna keep drinking until the whiskey runs dry. I'm gonna go home, try not to break all of my china, and if I wake up in the morning, I'll have a look and see what your husband's been up to. Sound good?
That would be great.
Where might I find him tomorrow?
Okay, Robert Greenwood is his name. He'll be at the Milson Tower. It's by the river, okay?
Milson Tower.
Uh-huh.
What's this clown look like?
I go and find him when he's at work, by the way. Best time. That's what he looks like. What do you think?
Alright.
Got it?
Say I find something. Something good or bad. How will I contact you to get my payment?
Well, I bought you a drink, didn't I? I'm cold.
Sorry?
No, I mean you're standing right in the way of my son. It's warming me.
This world is cold. Sun's always blocked by someone or something standing in the way.
Oh, what did you find?
Your husband was with a woman last night. Possibly someone from work, not sure. Congratulations, though, you were right. When I get paid now, I got a long day ahead of me.
Thank you.
Sometimes not knowing is better. This world is bitter and harsh. This city harsher than most. Hope, or whatever you want to call it, is sunlight. Well, reality is everything else standing in the way.
I needed to know.
Why? Knowing is pain.
And you're still on the clock, by the way, and there's one more thing I need you to look into.
Look, you're gorgeous, and I would love to stay and let you mourn the loss of your husband. But I have a long day ahead of me of sitting in a bar, looking for the sunlight in my life. You can send me a check.
I'm gonna need you to kill him.
Men may be pigs. That doesn't mean they need to be paraded into the slaughterhouse. Because, what, he sticks his piece in another bird so he deserves to die? Killing for the sake of retribution. I didn't think you had it in you, Eve.
I'm starting to think that you don't have it in you.
I've killed 12 men. I've killed someone no further than we are now. I've watched the life drain out of his eyes as he bled to death all over me. Once you've done that, there is no going back. Easy for a pretty little housewife to stay at home and say her husband deserves to die.
He deserves to die.
Well, I need something to soothe this pain, cool the love
When you walk out that door, I want to see you get into a goddamn taxi.
Now that you mention it, I wasn't planning on it. How's your wife? She must love you working these late nights. Has time to screw everyone on the block. Now, move. 'Cause I gotta drive all the way across town. I really don't have time for it.
You must be Sydney Shore. I was told to look for a rummy prick with a smart mouth.
Who's asking?
We are. Got a warrant for your arrest, actually.
Your wife is gonna be
Sydney
so
Shore.
disappointed.
We're
Really?
placing you under arrest for the murder of Robert Greenwood.
Greenwood?
You have the
I-
right to remain
Yeah,
silent.
silent attorney and can't provide one afford it and things.
Alright, this is how this is going to go down. You're going to admit to the charges, you're going to provide us with a written confession, and you're going to cooperate with this office until the investigation is complete.
I think you're enjoying this a little more than you should be. Sorry to say, though, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm not exactly going to defend myself against a crime I didn't commit. Personally, I'd like to know what evidence you have that you think that implicates me.
We have reason to believe that the photos within that envelope were taken by you just before the victim's murder.
Let me get this straight. You Boy Scouts are basing your entire investigation over the fact that pictures of the victim exist? Lousy police work, guys. That's just lousy. Can I have my flask back? Didn't your mothers teach you nothing about asking for things? If you'd asked, I would have told you I'd been hired by the victim's wife to look and see if her husband was screwing around. Which he was. Hence the pictures.
Do we have a statement on record?
I spoke to her, but the responses she gave weren't credible. But I hardly see how that's relevant. The victim was killed by a concealed firearm, registered to no other than you, Mr. Shaw.
That's my gun.
Goddamn right it is.
Alright, you listen here. I saw the victim 2 nights ago. Took the photos, Took my report to the victim's wife the next morning, then went straight to the bar. I was there when Lou opened that morning. Call him.
Alright, stand up. You're out of here. Really? You letting me go?
Pal Lou came through. We have no reason to believe you're involved with the death of Mr. Greenwood.
It's a little disappointing. I was looking forward to going back to the big house. Tell Big Cindy I miss her, truly.
Mark my words. I think you and your story are full of shit. You're an obnoxious, smart-ass prick, and I hope to God I can find the evidence to link you to this gun. You're an alcoholic whose luck is about to run out. This will not be the last time we see each other.
I haven't seen anything yet. Say hi to the wife for me.
You know, it is actually considered rude to just burst into someone's house like that. But hell, I actually found it kind of becoming.
Widow like you shouldn't leave her spare keys under the welcome mat, especially after the recent loss of your husband.
Who says they were my spares?
I was thinking the other night at the bar, you know what else is rude? Framing someone for the murder of your husband.
He needed to go. And obviously you weren't man enough to do it, so I had to. Look, he was a bad man. I couldn't be the one that killed him and go to jail for that. But you could. As you've said before, you've killed.
You're a coward. You're also sloppy. Cops picked me up last night. My alibi's tight, sealed. How's yours?
What, they let you go?
See, jail is not going to be kind to you. On my way over, I made a quick call to my friends at the station. I believe their exact words were, rushing over. It's a shame. I was just starting to like you.
Some part of me did hope that you'd get away if they did catch you.
Look, this ends one of two ways. With one of us in the big house. And this time,